Zola and I are at the train station at 5 a.m. because we're going to Denver International Airport flying to Costa Rica. And it's nice. It's very safe. There's a lot of lights. There are also other passengers going to their work. That's the freeway, I-25. And now we're inside the train. You can also take Uber if you want or drive your car and just get a long-term parking, but I choose to take a train. Well, my husband is not around during this time too. He didn't travel with us and he can't drop us because he's working in Florida. And after all the security and checked in, we're looking for our boarding gate. It's really nice inside the airport. It's just like this adrenaline, like the airport vibes, the adrenaline that's giving you because you're traveling to another country, you're exploring. I mean, for Zola, it will be her third country that she visit. Well, the USA is her first country. The Philippines, we spent 2.5 months there. Singapore would not really count because we had our layover for 2 hours. We didn't really get outside the airport. We fly this time with United Airlines. There will be the fourth time flying with them. And yeah, they're very professional too. And Zola's excited. Now she's landing. First time ever in Central America. This will be the first time also for me again after 6 years since I left the country. I used to live in Costa Rica for 2.5 years, and that's where I polished my Spanish because I took lessons every Sunday. Now we pick up our luggage, and my friend was waiting outside the airport with her kids and her husband. They're gonna drive us to their farm. They're also a Filipino American family who lives in Costa Rica, but they always travel here in the USA anytime they want because they can afford it. Before we went to their farm, we stopped by somewhere for dinner and I ordered this arroz con mariscos. Delicioso. And Zola's first time riding a backhoe. That's my friend's husband. He's the one operating it. Well, they have workers, but he's kind of like a handyman where he do the work like first hand, work kind of thing. And yeah, with the son also in the backhoe, Zola's playing with the other kids. My friend have 5 kids in the area and she has some other helpers also and workers at the farm. It's really nice. It's we're having a lot of fun there. For Zola, it's all new experience, learning Spanish firsthand. Their farm is just like very open, not remote, but it's very like you can feel the simple living, like the nature. Zola's playing with the tadpoles here. That's my friend's youngest daughter. And that's Hugo, the big boy German Shepherd. Zola always freak out when Hugo's very close to her because he's really a huge dog. But when he's like 50 meters away, Zola will call him Hugo, Hugo. So they named this farm Celestial Farm. That's where they have their house, animals, cows, horses. They planted their cacaos, plantain, bananas, and also there are avocados now, chicken coop, making tilapia farm, and also a greenhouse. We call it Celestial Farm. But they also have another farm where they planted the teak trees. Teak trees is a tree, a wood they use for furniture. And that's Ate G and the other lady in white. She's also another vlogger, Ate Emily. Yeah, it's if you can see, people would always say, "Oh, Costa Rica is almost like Philippines." Yes, it is. The only different the weather and also the language, of course. And this time I'm preparing for our Bodil fight. My friend bought this lobster, 11 pieces of lobster for $28. That's a very cheap price because with that price here in the USA, you can only buy maybe like 3-4 pieces, but we have 11 pieces actually because the other one doesn't have head, so it's still 11 pieces. Now preparing for our boodle fight, Zola's very first boodle fight ever. Look at those lobster, they look so beautiful and delicious. Rice, of course, it's very Filipino, and Ate Jit makes the minasal, and it's Dory who prepared the sauce. See, oh, big bite. Hum, hum, hum. She actually didn't eat the lobster. Zola doesn't like the taste, but she had the chicken and fish. And when it's sunset, if you can see the volcano, that's a mountain, but behind those trees is the volcano, Orose volcano, Volcan Orose. They're very close to that. And that's a jungle right in front their property. Actually, the jungle is still part of their property. Yeah. And that's the rancho. Sometimes we eat there because the weather is so nice. Air. You just have to be careful because they have this yellow flies that will really bite you. So itchy and painful. Donde vivo, Zola?
Colorado.
¿Cuántos años tiene?
3 años.
¿Cuál es tu nombre? ¿Cómo se
3
llama?
years old.
No, ¿cómo se llama means what is your name? ¿Cómo se llama?
Zola Victoria Spencer.
Very good. Bravo, Zozo. Visiting some turmeric ginger. Zola, do you wanna help? Zola just woke up. Organic pati to. Marami pa to. Oh. Yan.
Do we need the soft ones, Mommy? No. Mommy, we need the soft ones.
Ito ote. Hanggang doon. We'll take the horses today to train them for a year. Horses are kind of aggressive this time because they're not really trained yet. They only listen to Ken. Ano, dehydrator. Ay, ayan, umakyat na. Ay, thank you, Nak. Thank you for taking the video. Costa Rica is very famous in their biodiversity, and look at those wild toucans. They're just in front of their property. Whenever we put bananas, that's a ripe banana, and there's like 6 of them. They're always there every day, and it's so nice to watch them. Very like fulfilling, you know, to see those wild animals. Zola! Ayan, they're already hands up. Who's ready for the bonfire? Share, Zola. It's a shared talent. Ay, nagsaksi din. Walang gas. Mga karton lang finally. Mga after 30 minutes siguro, no? Beer. Pang ano, hotdog, pizza. May dancer dito. Zola, hotdog. This time we're on the way to the beach. Yay! Everyone's so excited. As I've said, Costa Rica is very famous in their biodiversity, their nature. They have a lot of national park that includes the beach where everyone can have an access. You don't have to pay for entrance fee. You don't have to pay for to get a space for you to park your car. It's very nice, you know. I just hope that it will be like that in the Philippines also, that the beach can be accessible to the public, because mostly kasi in the Philippines, when they own the land, they also think that they own the sea, something like that. It's not so nice. And after the beach day, we went to the restaurant to have our dinner. The menu is in Spanish but it's also translated in English, and I ordered this. So we decided to explore the city also. This one in Alajuela. It's very close to the airport. Actually, the airport is in Alajuela. Right across the main road is the airport. Look at that, Zola. Juan Santa Maria story. The kids, those are Cyrus' children. And they found a play area. We're supposed to stay for 5 minutes, but we stayed like 20-25 minutes. You know, kids, and that's their kingdom. Costa Rica has a very strict law also for their children. If the child is holding another passport, US passport or any other passport, but the birthplace is Costa Rica, you will need a permanent documents. It's like permanente, permiso permanente para los niños por viajar, a permanent documents that from the immigration that minor can travel. Even if both parents are present, they will look for that. Zola, look at the. Don't freak out, you're fine. She gets scared. Look at Kelly. Look at Kelly. She's not. So they freak out. It's okay. My kid is just city girl. Tell me you're from the city without telling me you're from the city kind of thing. She freaked out from those doves. And they have a really good chicharron here. Those are pork skins. I mean, I didn't buy those, but it looks delicious kind of thing, you know? They're just so huge. And their eggs here is very affordable, like around $3, less than $3. Yeah. In the US, come on. And we explored the city also, San Jose. I'm not really a city girl. I mean, I like the city, I like Costa Rica, but I feel like San Jose is very compact for me and very narrow, you know. And if you see a Final Destination movie, you have that kind of vibe. And it was really like shaking and moving, and there's a very narrow road. There's only one way to the right and one way to the left. So I was kind of freaking out. And we're here in Sahira's house also. That's their house by the hill, but this is their property. But if you can see the fence, the property is private, but the beach, anyone can access that. We bring some baon. It's just so much fun here. So that's Ira and that's Grace. That's the sunset. Of course, this is part of the Pacific, I mean, Ocean. You see? Having our lunch and dinner, grilled, grilled meat. Zola, look at Zola. See, this like she will have a lot of stories when she grew up. She might not remember everything, of course, because she's only 3 years old when I took her to travel to Central America, but there are videos. I feel like she have enough, no, not enough, she will never have enough traveling. She have a good start of exploring the world, and that's what I want. That's how I'm going to raise her. I will raise her like go explore the world, you know. Where are you going?
Colorado.
Going back to the USA, kind of sad because vacation's over, but we feel fulfilled.